What's good, y'all? Master Yoshi here, and every now and then you just gotta stop and appreciate Lucinda's beauty. And that's what we're talking about today. Did I make the right choice in deciding to vinyl wrap this thing? Cue the intro. Alright, so when it comes to changing the appearance of your sports bike or your motorcycle, you know, there's a few different options. You can either A, vinyl wrap it like I did. You can paint your fairings. You could buy brand new fairings, or you could plasti dip. Now I know a lot of people are against plasti dip, but I plasti dipped a couple things and it looks all right. I haven't plasti dipped anything big. I mean, I did my mountain bike, and it came out pretty cool. But so I'm gonna go through some of the pros and cons of each option. All right, so vinyl wrap, we'll start with that one, the option I went with. And what I like about vinyl wrap is how cheap it is. Now, it's only cheap if you decide to wrap it yourself, because if you go to a reputable wrap shop, I'm sure it'll cost just as much, if not more, than a regular old paint job. Now, paint jobs, they're cool because they're going to look the best. Now, sometimes when you decide to buy new fairings, a lot of companies offer the option to give you a custom paint job. Now, the con we're going with that is if you design something sick enough, they're just going to offer that as a livery to other people to buy. They're just going to put those fairings up for sale since they've already done that paint job once. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to buy fairings, because I knew I was going to want to do my own design, and I wanted my bike to be one of a kind. Which is the main reason of changing the look of your fairings in the first place. Either you want to just make it something that you like, or you want to make it totally personalized and make sure you have the only one on the streets. So, as far as price, the white vinyl that I brought 5 by 12 feet, a 5 by 12 foot roll of it. In the red color, I got a 5 by 5 foot roll, and I put links up to that if any of y'all are interested. But the total cost of all the vinyl itself cost me $201 with free shipping from metrorestyling.com. Now, I also had to buy some vinyl wrapping tools, and I bought a little tool kit from Amazon. I think that was like $11. And I already had the heat gun from Harbor Freight, which is like another $12. So all in all, the project cost me less than $250 to do. Oh, and that's included, I think it was about $15 for the knifeless tape. And I put links to all of that if any of y'all are interested in it. So we'll say it costs $250 to get Lucinda looking the way she does now. Now, the cons is to get that price, you're gonna have to wrap it yourself. Now, it depends on how valuable your time is to you if you feel like wrapping something. Because it was my first time wrapping anything, and it took me forever, a day, and 28 seconds. But for real, it took me 3 weekends and 2 weeks of work. Every day after work, I was coming home, wrapping for like 2 hours at least. And it was 2 weeks of that for me to finally get this thing put together. And that's just wrapping. Well, taking the fairings off was easy. Putting them back on was a little tricky. That probably took about 3 hours in itself. But yeah, so if your time is really valuable to you and you don't want to spend that much time on a project, then vinyl wrapping it yourself is not going to be the best option. Now, also, if you do it yourself, you got to be prepared to be extremely patient, or you're going to make a lot of mistakes. I was extremely patient, and I still made a bunch of mistakes. So even though people be like, oh man, the bike looks great, I get compliments on it and all that, and even some of you viewers, y'all tell me the bike looks sick, and I appreciate it, but it only looks sick because I ain't showed y'all the up close and personal on this bad boy. And I'll show y'all when I find somewhere to pull off to. I'll pull over and show you all the mistakes that I made. So I'm going to eventually end up re-wrapping it anyway, so we'll just double the cost for wrapping, because if you do it and you don't like the way it came out, and you decide to do it again, you gotta buy all that material all over again. Well, actually, I probably won't have to buy as much because I did buy more than I needed, and I still have a bunch of the red left over. The white, I was careless with it. I was like, man, I got so much I don't need to make precise cuts, and I wasted a lot of vinyl because I wasn't cutting it right. But so the other option I was heavily considering was Plasti Dip. Now, Plasti Dip is cool and all, but the only bad thing about Plasti Dip is it's not solvent resistant. So if you get any on your gas tank, you get any gas on your gas tank that's Plasti Dip, then the Plasti Dip can start failing. It'll start lifting and bubbling up, looking bad. Also, if you clean your chain and all that, all the stuff that you use to clean your chain, when it touches that Plasti Dip on your lower fairing, it's gonna start making it come up. Another con with Plasti Dip is, well, not necessarily a con, but it's still cheaper than painting. But you also have to buy a sprayer. You have to have somewhere to spray the stuff. So if I went with that route, I think it was going to cost me around $500 to $600 for everything. So that's one reason why Plasti Dip didn't go on, the cost. Now, I was heavily considering the aftermarket fairings because I think you can get a decent pair from a reputable company like Monster Fairings for like $600. But what deterred me from that was the price, and also that somebody else could order the livery I went with, or livery, however you pronounce that. But the benefits of buying an extra set of fairings are that exactly. You got an extra set of fairings, so if anything happens to one set, you got another one on standby. And that's a great pro if you have any plans on keeping your bike OEM, or you want to sell your bike later on and you want to keep your OEM fairings. Now, paint, I didn't even consider getting it painted because, this is a $4,000 bike, and I had no hopes of spending $1,000 just on body work. I don't know if that's how much paint would have cost, but I assume it might have, because if you want a good job done, you got to pay for it. I was also considering painting it myself, just because I like learning about stuff like this. But same problem, I would need an even better garage or possibly spray booth, and didn't seem like it was that cost effective. So in my opinion, the top two, the best thing to do is to just buy a whole nother set of fairings. That's probably the most cost effective route to go with. Unless you are like me and you like hands-on stuff, you like learning new things, you like just doing little projects, then vinyl wrap is a cool option. So number one, it's a tie between vinyl wrapping it yourself and just buying new fairings. The second thing I would say would be best is to get it professionally wrapped, even though that might cost you the same amount as a paint job, but the benefit of that is it's not permanent. Vinyl wrap, you can take it off and your paint is left behind looking fine. I would say get a professionally vinyl wrap would be your third option. Your fourth option would be to just get it painted, because a paint job will look way better than any of the other options, especially only if you go with a gloss option. If you go with a gloss option, vinyl wrap will never look as good as a good paint job, because the clear coat on a vinyl wrap is not like that glass sheeting that you can get from a professional painter when they clear coat something, get you that perfect reflection. Vinyl wrap gloss has a bunch of orange peel in it, and there's nothing you can do about it. And the fifth option I would say would be to Plasti Dip it, because it's not solvent resistant and it's likely to fail. The only way Plasti Dip would be a good idea for a motorcycle is if you do a combo of Plasti Dip and vinyl wrap. Like if you vinyl wrapped sections of your gas tank that are successful. Oh shit! God damn! Woo! Oh my god! Damn, dog, scared the fuck out of me. I hate the country. Oh shit! Damn! Gotta get your heart racing. Man. Woo! Oh, man. But like I was saying, yeah, if you do a combination of vinyl wrap with Plasti Dip, I think that'd be that could work. As long as you vinyl wrap the parts that are susceptible to solvents touching them or gasoline touching it, then you should be all right. But yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and finish rolling through this cool little road, and then I'll take y'all, give a nice little walk around of the bike, show you all the places I jacked up.
All right, so we got all types of areas right here. Number one, look at all these ridges. But don't let that distract you from that beautiful color. Whew. We got bubbles. See if that'll pick that up. Maybe not that one. We got twists. We got seams. We got wrinkles. We got seams. We got liftage. We got uneven cuts. We got jagged edges. And I ain't talking about R&B. Lifts. But yeah, man, from afar, she one of the hottest things out. Till you get up close to her. Look at that color though. Oh. Yeah. Got that gold undertone. Let's cut back to the vlog.
But yeah, man, thanks for tuning in. I hope I gave y'all some ideas to consider in case you are planning on changing up your bike. Make it yours, man. Make it yours. If you don't like the way your bike looks, if you ain't proud of it, get to work. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Y'all stay blessed. Don't be too stressed. And if you got something on your chest, you need to let it go. Peace.